President Donald Trump signed a massive $2.2 trillion relief package for Americans suffering from the economic downturn caused by the illness. Many Democrats on Capitol Hill, however, have criticized the stimulus package and introduced legislation that would amend it to allow illegal aliens to draw from its funds. Several Democratic-led cities have allowed illegal aliens to tap into their own virus assistance programs. Democratic lawmakers in Congress are calling on the federal government to make illegal aliens eligible for federal relief amid the crisis, while local and state Democratic leaders have already made their coffers available for those living unlawfully in the country. President Donald Trump signed the CARES Act on March 27, making $2.2 trillion in stimulus funds available for families and U.S. businesses hurting under the illness-induced lockdown. The relief package not only provides up to $10 million in forgivable loans for each small business, but also $1,200 to single Americans who make $75,000 or less a year. While the stimulus package was by a wide margin in both chambers of Congress and was considered essential in the fight against this disease, not everyone was completely satisfied with the bill. California Representative Lou Correa said in a statement released on April 3. Correa, along with 49 other House Democrats, supports the Leave No Taxpayer Behind Act which, if passed into law, would allow illegal aliens to tap into the funds provided by the CARES Act. I was appalled to learn hard-working, tax-paying immigrants were left out of the $2 trillion CARES Act. By casting out immigrants, we are placing some of our most vulnerable residents in grave danger. Every individual taxpayer, irrespective of citizenship status, needs government assistance now. Among the sponsors of the Leave No Taxpayer Behind Act are Representatives Ilhan Omar of Minnesota, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez of New York, and Rashida Tlaib of Michigan. All three are members of the so-called Squad within the House Democratic Caucus, a group of 4 first-term progressive women. All 4 members have either called for the current relief package to include illegal aliens or allow them to tap into a future relief bill. Tlaib, for example, has proposed that the federal government issue pre-loaded debit cards with $2,000 for every individual in the country, even illegal aliens who have lived in the U.S. for as few as 3 months. These debit cards would be recharged with $1,000 every month until 1 year after the crisis ends. Massachusetts Representative Ayanna Pressley, the 4th Squad member, said about a new relief package. We need to continue to make federal investments in our community health centers. We need to center the humanity of every individual family and workers, and that includes not leaving behind undocumented and uninsured. While liberal lawmakers on Capitol Hill continue to push for financial assistance for the undocumented, Democratic-controlled cities, and even the largest state in the country, are already doing so. Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot signed an executive order on Tuesday that ensured all immigrants and refugees living within city limits, no matter their legal status, are eligible to receive virus benefits. The order she signed allows undocumented aliens to tap into the city's Housing Assistance Grant Program and a $100 million Chicago Small Business Resiliency Fund to help small businesses that are struggling. Lightfoot said during a press briefing, "This order is more than just an official decree, it is a statement of our values as a city and as Americans." Minneapolis leaders recently rolled out a multi-million-dollar emergency housing assistance program in which households can receive as much as $2,000 each. Under the program's qualification guidelines, the city specifically says that living in the country unlawfully is not an obstacle to receiving the funds. Meanwhile, the state of California has allotted $50 million for a micro-lending program that will provide economic assistance to small businesses in the state that don't otherwise qualify for the federal program, such as those run by illegal aliens. Democratic California Governor Gavin Newsom also confirmed that he is working with state legislators on a disaster relief fund that would provide cash payments to those living unlawfully in the state until they are able to return to work or the state emergency proclamation has ended. Legislative leaders at the state capitol said talks are underway, and with the legislative body controlled by a Democratic supermajority, passage of such a proposal is likely. Newsom said about the negotiations, "Californians care deeply about undocumented residents in this state.